Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. In previous presentation, we have seen about the syllabus of the semester 4, that means second term CH401. It is divided into two sections, physical chemistry and analytical chemistry. फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री में फर्स्ट चैप्टर हमारा है फेज इक्विलिब्रियम. Welcome all of you. We shall discuss about the syllabus about the phase equilibrium. That means in that chapter we shall discuss about definition of phase, component and degree of freedom of system, stability of phases, criteria of phase equilibrium, Gibbs phase rule and its thermodynamic derivation. Phase diagram of one component system, water, carbon dioxide and sulfur system one by one. Before going the deep study, we must know about the phase equilibrium. Phase equilibrium is the study of equilibrium which exists between or within different states of matter, namely solid, liquid and gas. Equilibrium is defined as the stage when chemical potential of any component present in the system stay. When chemical potential of any component present in the system is steady with time. A system is at equilibrium if its free energy is minimum under some specified combination of temperature, pressure and composition. That is under conditions of constant temperature, pressure and composition. The direction of any spontaneous change is towards a lower free energy. The phase equilibrium diagram is useful tool to visualize phase behavior. Phase equilibrium is a theoretical condition where the solid, liquid and vapor have reached certain pressure and temperature condition at which they can separate. Some definitions before the phase rule is stated. It is necessary to get familiar with terminology involved in phase rule. That means system. What is mean by system? System is system in connection with the phase rule is defined as the substance or mixture of substances which is isolated in some way from other substances. We want to study the effect of pressure, temperature and characteristic properties of the other constituents of a system on the physical state of material present. For example, by water system we mean the chemical substance water which has isolated from all the other substances in the system. This will enable us to investigate effect of changes in the pressure and temperature on the various phases of water. What is mean by phase? Phase is denoted with the help of letter P. The word phase is obtained from Greek word meaning appearance. It is defined as the homogeneous part of a system that is physically distinct and mechanically separatable part of the system. The phase is well separated from the other part of the system by definite bond surface. The term involved such the term mechanically separable should be clearly understood. The term involves such operation as hand picking of crystal of shape, filtration, separation of two liquid by separating funnel, or any such operation which can be carried out without interfering with temperature, pressure, or composition of the phases. The term distillation, the term therefore excludes such operation like fractional distillation, solvent extraction, or vacuum distillation because all the operation involve changes in pressure or temperature or composition. Consider the example of the system. Suppose that there are three phases of water, that means ice is in equilibrium with water, is in equilibrium with water vapor, that means gas. The system consists of three phases, namely ice, liquid, and the gas, that means vapor. To decide the number of phases in given system, the following generalization may be used. Every solid in the system contribute a separate phase. One liquid layer constitutes one phase. The liquid may be pure or may be a solution of one liquid in another. Two immiscible liquid in contact form two phases. As definite surface separate the two. For example, when we add the kerosene in water, we got two separate layers. That means it consists of the two phases. Whereas gases are completely miscible, hence the mixture of several gases constitute a single phase. Consider the following two examples. Calcium carbonate solid is in equilibrium with calcium oxide solid plus carbon dioxide gas, and mixture of the Hg liquid plus H2O liquid plus CCl4 liquid. The number of phases in first A is 3, 3A, that means solid calcium carbonate 1, solid calcium oxide is 2, and gaseous carbon dioxide is 3. That means calcium carbonate, calcium oxide, and carbon dioxide are the three phases. In B, there are four, namely three immiscible liquid and vapor, which is mixture of three constituents. Components. Component is denoted with the help of letter C. The composition of all the phases in a system can be completely described in terms of the component. It is defined as, that means component is defined as the minimum number of independently variable and chemically distinct constituents necessary to describe the component of each phase of the system. The composition of each phase may be described directly or indirectly in the form of algebraic equation. In expression, the composition of different phases of system in terms of algebraic equation, zero or negative coefficient of different constituents of the system may be used. In the equation, the constituent of the system may be used in the equation, the constituent of the is to be used only once. Alternatively, you can say that number of component of a system can be defined as minimum number of molecular species in the term of which the composition of all phases may be quantitatively expressed. To decide the number of component of system, the following questions may be asked. What is the smallest number of substance that are involved in making up independently each phase of the system? Consider the following example system. Again consider the same example ice, water and vapor. The composition of each phase can be expressed completely using one substance, namely water. The system is a one component system. The equilibrium reaction occurring in calcium carbonate, calcium oxide, carbon dioxide. The system consists of three phases: solid, calcium carbonate, solid, calcium oxide, and gaseous carbon dioxide. The system consists of three phases in a state of equilibrium. Any two of the three chemical substances can be chosen to express the composition of each and every phase present in the system. The phase calcium carbonate can be imagined to be made up of calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. The phase calcium oxide and carbon dioxide are chosen as the component of system. Then the composition of each phase may be expressed with the help of these equations. The system in which the following equilibrium reaction is carried out as ammonium chloride solid in equilibrium with ammonia and HCl gas. For dissociation of ammonium chloride, equimolar mixture of the gases ammonia and HCl is formed. If X fraction of 1 mole of ammonium chloride dissociate, the composition of ammonium chloride will be 1 minus X, while that of ammonia and HCl will be X mole each. Thus, the composition of all the phases can be expressed in terms of one chemical substance. Hence, the system is one component system. Suppose in the equilibrium mixture, some quantity of gaseous HCl is added, then of fraction of 1 mole of ammonium chloride that dissociate to give composition of gaseous ammonia and the composition of HCl should be known to know the composition of all the phase. Hence, the system now become a two component system. The two component being ammonium chloride and HCl. The system that consists of saturated solution of copper sulfate, we may come across the following phases: copper sulfate having 5 water molecule, copper sulfate with 3 water molecule, copper sulfate with 1 water molecule, and copper sulfate without water molecule. Copper sulfate solution, ice, water, vapor. The composition of all phases can be expressed in terms of two chemical substances, namely copper sulfate and water. The system, therefore, is a two component system. See here, copper sulfate pentahydrate composition is 5 water molecule and copper sulfate. Copper sulfate trihydrate having 3 water molecule and copper sulfate. In this way, you can say that they have different phases. Thank you for watching.